man-made glass in the world is the ancient Egyptian, more than 4,000 years old. This is a watch. It was born in Switzerland in 1918. This is a man-made satellite. In 1957, the man-made satellite was launched into space in the former Soviet Union. Since then, the human footsteps have not only been limited to the Earth, but also started to launch into space into the universe step by step. This is a microscope. In 1590, the Dutch eyeglass maker Jas Janssen accidentally discovered the magical effect of the overlap of the O glasses and the T glasses. Surrounding the world was discovered by humans, and a microscope was born. This is a telescope. In 1608, the Dutch eyeglass maker Hans Lieber accidentally discovered that two pieces of glass can see clearly the far-off scene. Humans can finally see more clearly other celestial bodies outside the Earth. The telescope was born. This is a thermometer. In 1593, Italian mathematician and physicist Giulio Galilei, who has made great contributions to the development of the world, invented the thermometer. This is a telephone. In 1860, the Italian Antonio Mucci invented the telephone. This is a pair of glasses. In 1289, the earliest pair of glasses appeared in Florence, Italy. This is a bicycle. In 1790, the Frenchman Siffrac invented the earliest wooden bicycle. Bicycles are the simplest, most practical, environmentally friendly, and most affordable man-made objects in the world. This is an electric car. In 1881, the French engineer Gustave Truffle invented the electric tricycle. This is a camera. In 1837, the French artist Degas successfully developed and invented a camera through the improvement of Niepce's telephoto technology. This is a microscope. In 1908, the Japanese chemical professor Tsutomu Kiyomizu discovered that the acid in kelp can be extracted. Later, he collaborated with the merchant Lin Musenlang to produce a microscope. This is a microscope. This is an electric rice cooker. In 1950, the Japanese invented an electric rice cooker that could cook rice automatically. This is a convenience cooker. In 1958, to adapt to the faster pace of life in Japan, Anton Beifu invented a convenient cooker. This is an electric stove. In 1957, a homemade electric stove was born in Germany. This is a porcelain train. In 1922, the German engineer Hermann Kempel applied for a porcelain patent. This is a motorcycle. In 1885, the German Daimler installed the improved diesel engine on a wooden two-wheeled car. The motorcycle said its top speed was only 19 km per hour. This is a diesel engine. In 1892, the German inventor Rudolf Diesel invented a diesel engine, also known as the diesel engine. This is a car. In 1885, the German engineer Carl Benz made the first two-stroke three-wheeled car with modern features and applied for a patent the following year. The car was born. This is a refrigerator. In 1879, the German engineer Carl von Linde invented the refrigerator. Human food can finally be preserved for a long time. This is a train. In 1804, the British miner mechanic Dreyfus made a steam locomotive using a steam engine modified by Watt. But this is not a real train. It looks more like a steel house with white smoke. 10 years later, the British engineer George Stephenson made steam locomotives that could be used. In 1824, because it was driven by coal or wood, people called it a train. This is an electric meter. In 1831, the British physicist Ferdinand Ferrari invented the round disk generator. It is the ancestor of all electric motors in the world today. This is cement. In 1824, the British cementer Joseph Aspudin invented cement. Since the birth of cement, the dreams of human high-rise buildings and cross-sea bridges have been fulfilled. This is a sewing machine. In 1790, the British Thomas Sant created a sewing machine that could replace handmade and mass-produced clothes with unlimited effort. This is a lighter. In 1917, the British Alfred Darciel designed a portable object for frontline soldiers. It can be replaced by a match that does not burn in a storm. The lighter was born. This is a telegraph. In 1839, the British appeared in two stations with a length of 13 miles to implement communication devices. This is a telegraph, the earliest and fastest communication device invented by British physicists Charles Weston and William Cooke. The invention of telegraphs ended the human civilizations thousands of years through the establishment of original communication methods such as 800 miles, pigeon, dog, and smoke. This is a battery. In 1887, electrolysis was done by the British Hudson, who invented a dry battery that was convenient to carry. This is carbon fiber. In 1880, the American inventor Edison invented carbon fiber in the process of studying the material. Don't underestimate this thing. In addition to food and water, it is the most in contact in your daily life. This is a TV. In 1927, the American inventor Philofinus invented a video tube and put it in a box, and a blurred picture appeared. This was called a magical magic box at that time. Device is TV. It is worth mentioning that the British inventor Belder and the Russian inventor. Vladimir Svobodin invented a light bulb. Their difference is in the material of the video tube. This is a light bulb. In 1879, Edison and his team announced the success of the development of light bulbs. This is a lighting device widely used by people and valuable. It is necessary to say that the development of light bulbs was not the credit of Edison alone. In 1806, more than 70 years ago, a British chemist, Hans Friedrich lit a self-made light bulb. A British scientist, James Slindersay and Warren de la Rue invented light bulbs in 1835 and 1840 respectively. In the same period as Edison, there was also the British inventor, Joseph Svobodin, who studied light bulbs. But later, why did Edison get the patent? It should be known that Edison was not only an inventor, but also had quite a brilliant business mind. He may not have invented the earliest light bulb, but the first light bulb to be lit by a light bulb to millions of families. It was a light bulb that could really be used on a large scale. This is a movie that was made in 1891 by the American inventor, Edison. In 1895, the French Lumière brothers made a movie of the train approaching the station. At present, most scholars believe that the Lumière brothers are the actual inventors of the movie and the camera. Edison only has the patent for part of the equipment. There is still a dispute as to who invented the movie. This is the first batch of 3 light bulbs invented by the American physicist Albert Hemmel in 1945. The 3 light bulbs are called the Beast, the Fat, and the Little Boy. The Beast was used for the success of the experiment. The rest, the Fat and the Little Boy, were thrown to Japan without hesitation. This is a plane. In 1903, the American inventor Wright brothers flew for the first time to rely on their own momentum to stay in the air and not land. The fuselage is heavy in the air and can be freely controlled. We call it a plane. The plane is used for the advancement of human civilization. For thousands of years, the dream of humans traveling in the sky has been realized. This is a mobile phone. In 1973, a man was talking to a brick on the street in New York. This man is the father of mobile phones, the inventor of mobile phones, Martin Cooper. In the Middle Ages, one of the 4 major inventions in ancient China. Cai Lun, the supreme commander of the Middle Ages, made Cai Hu paper a great contribution to the advancement of human civilization and has been respected by later generations for thousands of years. The compass needle is one of the 4 major inventions in ancient China. It first appeared in the Warring States period. It includes silk needle, compass, and magnetic needle, 3 types of parts respectively. They are all great inventions made by ancient Chinese people to identify directions. In the Middle Ages, a man was talking to a brick on the street in New York. This man is the father of mobile phones, Martin Cooper. In the Middle Ages, one of the 4 major inventions in ancient China. Cai Lun, the supreme commander of the Middle Ages, Martin Cooper. In the Middle Ages, a man was talking to a brick on the street in New York. In the Middle Ages, a man was talking to a brick.